Good morning, students. Today is Monday, that is 28th September 2020. So, the thought of the week: every positive thought is a silent prayer which will change your life, by Brant McGill. Students, I hope you have solved your test which was given by me and also corrected your answers, and I hope they are all correct. I also hope you all are safe, fit, and staying at home. Now let's continue our playing with numbers, and we are going to start our new lesson, that is lesson number 4, and the name of this lesson is operations on fractions. Now students, before starting this lesson or the concepts in this lesson, we have to revise certain things. Therefore, first one, fraction. What is fraction? Fraction is equal to numerator upon denominator. What is the simple definition of fraction? A fraction represents a part of a whole. The best example of fraction, students, you all like Puran Poi. Now, if one Puran Poi is divided into two equal parts, and if you enjoy one part of it, then one part which you have enjoyed is represented by 1 upon 2. Here 1 means numerator and 2 means denominator. Therefore, denominator of a fraction tells us about total number of parts of the given object. Here we have divided Puran Poli into two equal parts. Therefore, here the denominator of our fraction is 2, and numerator of a fraction tells us about the number of parts selected or enjoyed. You have enjoyed one part, and therefore the numerator of our fraction is 1, and therefore the fraction is represented as 1 upon 2. So we can say a ratio of numerator and denominator is called as a fraction. Now let's see different types of fractions. First one, equivalent fractions. Students, you have learn this type of fractions in 5th standard. Fractions with equal or same value are called as equivalent fractions. Let's see some examples. 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 6 is equal to 4 upon 8 is equal to dash 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 is equal to 1 upon 2. Why I have written this? When Puran Poli is divided into two equal parts, we have, and one part is selected, we have shown that with the fraction 1 upon 2. Then here second fraction 2 upon 4. If you divide the numerator, if you divide the denominator by numerator, the answer is 1 upon 2. In the third fraction also, if you divide the denominator by numerator, answer is 1 upon 2. And fourth fraction, if you divide the denominator by numerator, that is 8 divided by 4, your answer is again 1 upon 2. Therefore, all the fractions with equal or same value are called as equivalent fractions. In the above example, the value of each fraction is 1 upon 2, so they are equivalent fractions. Next type of fraction is like fractions. What are like fractions? Fractions whose denominators are equal are called as like fractions. Examples: 1 upon 7, 4 upon 7, 6 upon 7 are all like fractions, because for each fraction the denominator is same, that is 7 7 7, and therefore fractions whose denominators are equal are called as like fractions. Next type, unlike fractions. Fractions which have different denominators are called as unlike fractions. Example: 1 upon 3, 4 upon 8, 9 upon 11. Here, the denominators for each and every fraction are different, and so they are the examples of unlike fractions. Now, unit fraction, you have learned this much before in 4th standard. A fraction in which the numerator is always 1. This is very important. A fraction in which the numerator is always 1 is called as a unit fraction. Example: 1 upon 5, 1 upon 9, 1 upon 17, 1 upon 25. It may be 1 upon 100, 1 upon 1000, 1 upon 150, 1 upon 175, etc. are unit fractions, because here the numerator of each and every fraction is 1. Next type, mixed fractions. A fraction which is made up of a complete number, that is a whole number, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., 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 which we call as integral part in terms of mathematics, and a fraction, that is fractional part, is called as a mixed fraction. Again I repeat, a fraction which is made up of a complete number, that is integral part, and a fraction, that is fractional part, is called as a mixed fraction. Examples: 2 integer 1 upon 4, 3 integer 2 upon 5, 7 integer 4 upon 9 are the examples of mixed fractions. Because student, if you see here these examples, 2 is a complete number, whereas 1 upon 4 represents a fractional part, 3 is a complete number, 2 upon 5 represents a fractional part, 7 is a complete number, 4 upon 9 represents a fractional part, and so these are the examples of mixed fractions. Next one, next type, proper fractions. What does it mean? Fractions in which numerator is smaller than the denominator are called as mixed proper fractions. Again I repeat, fractions in which the numerator is smaller than the denominator are called as proper fractions. Example: 2 upon 3, 5 upon 7, 9 upon 11. If you see these examples very carefully, in all these examples numerator is smaller than denominator are the examples of proper fractions. And the last type is improper fractions, fractions in which the numerator is greater than the denominator are called as improper fractions. Example: 3 upon 2, 5 upon 3, 7 upon 4, etc. are improper fractions. Now students, here also if you see carefully, the denominator of each and every fraction is smaller than its numerator, or we can say the numerator of each and every fraction is greater than the denominator, and therefore these are the examples of improper fractions. Students, you have to write down the given matter from all the slides with proper headings using black pen and blue pen. After that, you have to open your book, maths book. You have to read the given table under let's recall. You have to see some examples there, and we are going to start new concept in lesson number 4, that is operations on fractions, in the next period. See you in the next period. Have a good day. Thank you.